Thank you so much. I wanted to start with something. I wanted to start with some data, some recent data that comes from the US Census Bureau that has found that 1/3 of Americans are showing signs of clinical depression or anxiety amid the coronavirus pandemic. So people are feeling isolated. People are hurting because they have lost relatives to the virus. Some have lost jobs, businesses. And we as parents now have to deal with a new normal, which is to take care of our kids 24/7 while homeschooling, while taking care of the house and trying to work from home. And it is a state of constant overwhelm and chronic stress. And believe me, I get you. I totally get you because I have been there. Hi, my name is Claudia Taboada, and I am the author of the recently published memoir, Burnout to Unstoppable. I am also a motivational speaker, a women's empowerment and mental performance coach, as well as mom to 2 boys, Nico and Alex. Nico is severely autistic. And when he was diagnosed at 2 years old, I decided to abandon my career as a labor and employment attorney to stay home with him and take care of him. And I became his full-time caregiver for several years. And in the process, I lost myself. I was burned out. I was overwhelmed, chronically stressed, and I lost my identity. I lost my identity and my physical and mental health. And it was only through implementing daily self-care strategies, mindset optimization tools, and stress reduction techniques that I was able to get my life back. Now I am on a personal mission to empower people who are feeling overwhelmed, burned out, and depressed. And I want to share these tools and strategies that I have accumulated through my journey of an autism mom, and which I use and I continue to use on a daily basis. And that these tools give me the energy, the vitality, and the mental strength to not only parent my severely autistic son with grace, but go after my dreams with confidence. And this is despite the fact that research has confirmed that autism moms like myself of severely autistic young adults have the same stress levels as soldiers in combat. So my life is one of chronic stress, but because I have learned techniques and strategies that allow me to take care of my physical, my mental, and my emotional health, I am able to cope. Not only cope, but thrive. So my mission, as I say again, is to help you discover these tools and strategies so that you can also not only survive, but also thrive during these times of crisis that are these times of COVID-19. So today in our presentation, we will talk about one of the tools that I use on a daily basis and that has been a game changer for me. This tool is called mindfulness. And I will also share with you a stress reduction technique that I have created using my experience as an autism mom, but also using mindset and mindset optimization techniques as well as mindfulness. So this stress reduction technique is called the SBMM stress reduction process. And we're going to look in detail later on. We're going to start first by defining what is mindfulness, and we will look at what the research says, and then we'll go on and we'll discuss the stress reduction technique. So first of all, let's start with mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is defined by dictionaries as a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment. While calmly, you are acknowledging and accepting your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, and your bodily sensations. It is when you are in tune with your senses, the smells, the sounds, the textures, the movement. And because you are in the present moment, past frustrations or future anxieties lose their edge. You are in the here and you are in the now. Now, what does the research says about mindfulness? Multiple research studies have stated that mindfulness is a key element in stress and anxiety reduction. As well, mindfulness has been found to be a key element in overall happiness because it allows the mind to relax in declutter. And this makes mental space for conscious self-reflection and self-awareness. So mindfulness can be used as a tool to reduce stress and anxiety, especially in these times of COVID-19. So let's look now at the SBMM stress reduction technique. And as I said, I created this stress reduction technique because I believe that when we are experiencing a stress of any sort, we need a technique that we can use in the present moment, which will help us relax and also help us switch mindset from negative to positive. And that's why I have created this stress reduction technique. So what does SBMM stand for? So let's look at S first. So S is for stop. So whenever you are feeling these physical signals that are telling you that you're stressed out, whether you are you're tensing your muscles, whether you are feeling dizzy, or you are perspiring more, or just the general signals that tell you that you're stressed out or that your heart is beating faster. When you realize that you are in this physical state of stress, stop. So stop what you're doing, stop everything. Now, the next step is B. B stands for breathe. And what we want to do is to breathe, but go for a deep breathing, where you ideally, if you want to put, you can put one hand on your chest and another one on your belly, and you want to breathe deeply. So you breathe in by the nose, and then you exhale by the mouth, and your belly should move when you're breathing, when you are doing some deep breathing. So ideally you are deep breathing because you want to start relaxing your body, and breathing is key to relax, to start relaxing that body. So you stop, then you breathe, and now you go to the next step, which is the A. And the A stands for acknowledging and accepting. And you are acknowledging and accepting now all the thoughts and emotions that are coming through your mind. Because when you are in a state of fear and anxiety, your mind is, it's full of thoughts. You don't even know what's going on there. So what you want to do is you want to start decluttering the mind. And by that, when you are now after you are breathing, now you are more on a relaxed state. So you can start, acknowledging and acknowledging what are the emotions that are coming through. What are the thoughts that I'm going? Is it anxiety? Is it, is it fear? Is it overwhelm? What is it? Is there a special, an emotion that is taking over? What is it? And now research from the UCLA states that when you name an emotion, it is easier to let it go. So try to see what's in there and try to declutter the mind. try to name those emotions. And once you name those emotions, get rid of those emotions or those negative thoughts. Because what you want to create is you want to create a blank canvas. You want to create a mental space for you to get rid of the negative emotion and to switch it to a positive state. So once you have acknowledged and accepted those emotions, get rid of it, get rid of the emotion that is causing you all this stress. And now switch immediately, go to the F, which is focus. Change your focus, switch your focus immediately. And how do you switch your focus? You have 3 ways to switch your focus. Either you focus on what you have, which is focusing on gratitude. And again, research has stated that when you focus on gratitude, you immediately go into a positive state, because gratitude is the antidote against fear and anger. So you can focus on what you have, which is you can focus on what you're grateful for. You can focus as well on what matters, which is what are your priorities, or you can focus on what you can do now. And focusing on the present moment allows you to, tell your mind to get rid of, to not think about the past. Don't dwell about the past. Don't think about future anxieties. Be in the present moment. So you're switching their focus to being in the present. Now, another way that can help you be in a positive state, in an empowered state, is to think about an event or a situation where you felt empowered and strong. It can be something where you went out of your comfort zone and you broke the fear, and that you are now where you were able to gain the confidence and you felt strong and powerful. Any situation that brings you to that state of being empowered can help you as well to switch your focus to be on a positive state, because that is what we want. So once your focus has been switched to a positive state, now is the last, the last piece, which is to move on. To move on, and the best way to tell your mind to move on is to do some kind of a physical action. And it can be anything, either being in a power pose, either you can, tie your ponytail, tuck your shirt in your pants, anything that will tell your body that is, you have switched, that now you're in a positive state. If you can either, go to another room or go on a walk. That is even better. You can go on a walk, and now, you want to get rid of that, physical stress. So this is the SBMM stress reduction process. Again, S is for stop. B is for breathe. So breathe deeply. A is for acknowledging and accepting your emotions, negative emotions and thoughts, or the stressful situation that you're going, under, and that, you have to acknowledge what is it that is making you stressed out. So acknowledge, accept, and let go. Then F is to switch your focus immediately. And to switch your focus, as I said, focus on gratitude, focus on what matters, focus on what you can do now. So once your focus is on a positive state, once you're in a positive state, now it's time to move on. And to move on, the best way is to do some kind of a physical action that signals to your brain that you are on a positive state. And ideally, if you can go for a walk, or you can go to another room, or if you can't, then just do some kind of a physical action, like just a power pose, to tell your body that you are now in control of your emotions. So as I said, I created the stress reduction technique out of my experience of an autism mom, of a severely autistic young adult. I'm always on chronic stress, dealing with chronic stress, but because I have this technique, I am able to control my emotions much more easier. So You know, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the chat or in the, you know, in the comments, and I will be glad to answer your questions. And as I tell you, these techniques, this stress reduction technique, as well as mindfulness, are two great strategies for you to implement on your daily life, especially in these times of collective stress and anxiety, because we need, you know, anything that can put us on a positive state, because we are constantly bombarded by anxiety and stress, and we really have to, you know, make an effort to be intentional about working on our mental state, to be always on a positive and strong state, empowered state. So if you have any more questions, you can go to my website, claudiataboada.com, and you can register. You can send me an email through there, or there's also, I'm going to be putting an infographic describing, summarizing the stress reduction technique. So if you want to have access to that, you can tell me as well. You can send me an email, and I will gladly answer your questions and give you, send you the infographic so that you can have it, you can pin it to your fridge, and that you can have it and you can use it every time that you have a stressful situation. So thank you very much. If there is any questions, again, you know, don't hesitate and put them in the chat.